to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us, one big whole family. Thank you so much for your comments, your suggestions, and for your loving support. Thank you to every single one of you, to the women that have been helping, donating to the women in need of thread. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And thank you for the ones that have donated for myself. Usually when people donate for me, I also throw that money towards the thread for the women in need. But I'm going to have to start keeping a bit for myself when you tip me, because I need to figure out to get a laptop or a computer to do better videos and better quality and so on and so forth, lighting, cameras, and so on. It's something that I absolutely need to create with these videos because I don't have, and I use my mobile, and this is as old as it gets already. So anyway, thank you so much. If you have not subscribed, please do so. If you like the videos, please give a thumbs up. Also, sharing is caring. I want to mention I do have a private crochet group. You're more than welcome to join us. One beautiful family there, as long as you have a profile pic. I also have crochet page, Instagram, TikTok. You could always message me through there if you need help with anything. And thanks again. So most of the time I use 2.75 hook, 350 depending upon what I'm creating. A small one to tuck in loose ends, and of course a pair of scissors. Most of my threads are 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal threads. I think I have something somewhere. I get a lot of requests on these threads. They don't go by name, they go by number. So up top would be number 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia, a little bit thinner. So obviously my patterns become a little bit smaller than Aunt Lydia, number 3 cotton thread. It goes by number, so this one would be number 30. Eventually I'll have some pictures of the balls of thread. These are 100 grams. It's like 325 yards. They're $12 including shipping. You must order at least 6 in order for me to ship it out. It's horrendous shipping from Europe to anywhere in the world. Okay, so we're going to get started, everyone. Thank you again. Okay, everyone, so yesterday I had uploaded this beautiful margarita flower, and it was for another table runner that I had created at the beginning of the channel, which I had to recreate this because I didn't know the crochet codes, and it was a total mess with the app that I recorded. So I had to recreate it because a lot of people were in demand and watching and creating this the table runner with this flower. But I decided to use this flower for the pineapple. So I will be doing the tutorial on the pineapple on this side, and we'll leave the link to the flower below in the description box. I do have a similar table runner, pineapple with hearts like this, and I do have pearls on the other one and a different flower and smaller than this one. This is a big flower. It's like 32 centimeters or 34. And with the other pineapple, I have, like I mentioned, I do have pearls going on to the hearts. These are little hearts. Okay. I'm sure some of you will recall that runner that I did with the hearts. It's a different color, I think yellow and some turquoise blue, which is much softer on this color, of course. But you know, you use whatever you have, and you do with different colors and things like that. Very fast to create, very easy. The longest is of course, the flower, because there's a lot of paddles, there's a lot of stitching. But it makes a perfect runner with such beautiful colors, right? Gorgeous, or even just as a frame, a wall frame, just beautiful. So we're going to create this. I also want to mention that with this, I haven't blocked it yet, so it still stretches more and a little bit bigger. With this runner, you can create your pineapple bigger. I did 20 double crochets here to start my pineapple. but you can do 25, 30, depending how big you want to go. So that's the beauty of the pineapples, is you can go as big as you like. I didn't need it to go so big. This is for a small hallway table that I have. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do anything on the sides of the pineapples. I will think after I've done the tutorial on this side. Now, in the back here, I've already marked, if you don't want to do this flower, you want to do a different flower with a different foundation, then by all means. If not, you can go into my playlists. There's a few of them there. But I have separated the singles on, because my last row here is of single crochet. So I have 27 single here, okay, and that's to create my pineapple, so it can be in the same direction. And I have 33 singles on this side and 33 singles on that side. I also have 27 singles here, and this is how we're going to start. So you got to make sure that you have the same amount of whatever you're doing, singles or double crochet, on each side empty. Obviously this is the side, and have the same amount. Once you do it, then you start and make sure you have the same amount on the other side, or else your pineapple is going to be all twisted. It won't look pretty. So 33 for some people that will be creating this flower. 33 singles, 33 singles, 27 and 27. Okay, I have 10 rows of this base. You can only create this base if you'd like, and put some other different flower if you wanted to. It's up to you. Also, like I said, in my playlist there is a different one, and base is basically the same. Okay, that goes mostly for any pattern with these pineapples, or any pattern in general, right? I'm still going to glue my purple petals onto here so I can have them nice and flat. These ones, no, they're supposed to curl, so I'm leaving them that way, but this one will be glued into my pattern so I can have it nice and flat and straight, and then leave this like a 3D going up. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to use white, 100% cotton thread. These are 4-ply. They're Portugal threads, 2.75 hook. You can use Aunt Lydia, will be bigger because it's thicker. My thread is similar to Aunt Lydia, a little bit thinner, so my patterns become a bit smaller. Aunt Lydia will be bigger. 2.75 hook, a pair of scissors, and a small one to tuck in loose ends. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Enjoy the tutorial. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to work on this side like that. Okay, my leaves down. We need to work the right side up. So I'm going to do a slip stitch, and where I have my marker, I'm going to do a single, and it will be exactly the same way as I've done here. Okay, so single, chain 9. I'm going to try to hide this thread as I go. It makes it easier instead of coming back to it at the end. So 9 chain stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until you have 9. I've done my 9 chain stitch. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm coming in my 7th with a single. Okay, so we're basically starting off with these ones here, the loops of 9 chains. Okay, so again, chain 9, 2, 3, 4, 9 chain. I've done my 9 chain stitch, and I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, coming in my 7th single. I'm going to do a 7 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain stitch, coming back in the same one and creating my first loop of 7 chain. Chain 9 again. So I'm repeating the same thing as I did here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On my 7th, I'm doing 8 single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On my 7th, I did the wrong marker, which is okay. At least we're on the right track now, right? So, done my single, 9 chains, skipped 6 space, went into the 7th. 9 chain stitch again, skipped 6 space, went into the 7th. 7 chain, came back in with a single. 9, skipped 6 space, did a single on my 7th. 9 chain, skipped 6 space, came into my 7th. Okay, so we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to come in my 5th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and doing a double crochet. I'm going to make a shell here of 3 double crochet and 2 chain. 3 double crochet and 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming in the next 9 chain, again 1, 2, 3, 4. On my 5th chain, I'm creating another shell. This pattern is so fast and so easy. You guys will be surprised how fast you're going to do this. Chain 2 into the same space and create your 3 double crochets. So this is your second shell. So you'll have 2 shells on one side and 2 shells on the other. Chain 3. I'm going to come in with a single. Is that what I've done? Let me just confirm, because sometimes, I get carried away. With a double crochet, and now I'm going to do 10 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming back in, so after our chain 10, I'm going to come back in and do a double crochet. So basically we have 2 loops, one of 7 and one of 10. Chain 3. Coming in again, we're repeating the same thing as what we've done here, the 2 shells. So 1, 2, 3, 4. On my 5th, I'm creating that shell again of 3 double crochets. These shells will be repeatedly all the way to the end of the pattern with the 3 chain the same way always. Okay, so it's just going to be a repeat of these shells and the 3 chains all the way to the end of the pattern. So I created my first shell, chain 3 into the 5th stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again create your second shell in the same stitch, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet, all in the same stitch. I don't need this marker anymore. So we have that single. We need to do a double crochet right over that single that we did to have those 3 chains like we did here. So it can be exactly the same thing on either sides, right? We're always going to have to come down and do the 3 chain as a double crochet on one side, right? So now chain 3. This will always be a repeat until the end. Chain 3, come in, create your shells. Like I mentioned, your shells will be done all the way till the end of the pattern. 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. Chain 3. This will always be the same amount of chain all the way to the end of the pattern also. 3 double crochet in the next shell, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. So we have our 2 shells. This will always be repeatedly the same way. Always. Chain 3, always the same way, will be repeated. Now inside of this 10 chain, I'm going to do 20 double crochet. If you want to go bigger, then you can add more double crochets inside of this loop. Okay, I'm only doing 20, but you can go 25, 30. It's up to you how big you want that pineapple. The stitching will be the same. The count will be the same. Okay, so 20 double crochets inside of the 10 chain stitch. I've done my 20 double crochets, chain 3, exactly like we did on this side. So we're just repeating now what we did. Creating our first shell of 3 double crochet. I'm only going to show you the tutorial 2 more rows, and then everything else is repeatedly the same way on creating the pineapple. So 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 double crochet. Chain 3, like I said, it will always be a repeat and into the next shell. 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more. And now we are going to come in, because we have to do that double crochet at the end like we did at the beginning. If you recall, we went up chain 3, so we need to create that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in right on top of the last double crochet here, so we can, and do a double crochet so we can have a straight line. Okay, turn your pattern. Of course, this flower is heavy, by the way, people. I mean, it's a big flower. There's a lot of thread on there. It's heavy. So again, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Create your shell exactly the same way. So we're repeating everything here as we've been doing. The shell, the 3 chain, the shell again, the 3 chain, until we get to the center of the foundation of that 20 double crochet. Okay, so 3 chain, shell, 3 chain, and I'll meet you here on the first double crochet of the 20 double crochets. So I've done my 3 chain, I've done my shell, my 3 chain, my shell, my 3 chain, and this here on the 20 double crochets is going to be a repeat again of 20 double crochets. So it's just a repeat, okay? In the next row will be 1 double crochet per stitch, per space, with 1 chain space between each double crochet. Okay, so we can have that foundation to start creating the pineapple loops with 3 chain. So you're going to do the 20 double crochet, your 3 chain, your shell, 3 chain, your shell, and you're going to come and hook and do your double crochet. On the last double crochet here, we do a double crochet to have that 3 chain going up, right? And then 3 chain going up again. So I'll meet you here just to show you one more time. This is just a repeat now. Double crochet over double crochet, 3 chain, cell, 3 chain, and cell, shell. So I'll meet you there at the end. Okay, everyone. So I've done my 20 double crochets, my 3 chain, my shell, my 3 chain, my shell, and I'm going to create that double crochet to have that 3 chain sort of thing, and then turn around and create your 3 chain again, going up 2, 3. Repeat the process again with the shells. So it's just a repeat all the way to the end of the pattern. Okay, I'll meet you here on the 20 double crochets. It's just a repeat here, shell, 3 chain, shell, 3 chain. So I've done my 3 chain, my shell, 3 chain, my shell, 3 chain. Now we're going to do double crochet over double crochet, 1 chain space, next stitch, double crochet, 1 chain space between them, double crochet, 1 chain space, double crochet, 1 chain space. This is how it's going to be on the 20 double crochets. And then we're going to repeat exactly the same thing as we've done. It's always a repeat, this until the end of the pattern. The next row, we're going to start creating those loops after we do our shell. We're going to do a 3 chain and come directly in between the first and the second in that 1 chain space with a single to start creating our loops for the pineapple. So 3 chain, single, 3 chain, single, 3 chain, single. But I'll meet you there once I am done. I'm going to go all the way through. I'm going to go up my 3 chain. Obviously, I have to hook on here to close off double crochet, and then 3 chain going up. Do my shell, 3 chain, come back. And I'll meet you here once I do this second shell. Okay? Okay, everyone. So I've done all that row of double crochet, 1 chain space, and my shell, and my double crochet here, my 3 chain, my shells, 3 chain, and now I'm going to go directly in 1, 2, 3 into the next one with a single. It's going to be a repeat like this now all the way to the end of the pineapples until there's 1 loop left. Then I'll meet you there at 1 loop left. Okay, so it will be just a repeat now. We're going to start to decrease on the pineapples. So 3 chain loops, always, everything else stays the same. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So I've done all my loops, and now it's just a repeat. Chain 3 and do your shell. And it will be the same thing when you turn around on the next row. So when you're going to turn around, you're going to do your shell, your 3 chain, and you're coming in with a single into the first loop, 3 chain into the second, 3 chain. Okay, but I'll meet you here just to make sure that you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've turned around, did my double crochet, my 3 chain, my shell, my 3 chain. It's going to be a repeat all the way until the end. Chain 3 And now you come into the first loop, so we're starting to decrease. 1, 2, 3 chain into the next loop with a single. 1, 2, 3 chain into the next one. Okay, so I'll meet you when we have one loop left, because now you're going to keep decreasing each time you keep going back and forth. It's all a repeat now all the way to the end, exactly how we have here. Okay, so you're going to keep going back and forth until we have one loop left. Do your one loop and I'll meet you so we can do this part here. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I'm pretty much done with all my rows. I have one loop left. As I said, I would come back after doing one loop. I'm going to do a 4 chain for this loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. And closing it up. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, and continue to do your shell. We're going to repeat the shell again on the next row also. So it's just a repeat now. Chain 3, shell again, and then your double crochet on the last double crochet here. Chain 3 going up, do your shell, and I'll meet you here again. Okay, so I've done my 3 chain, my shell, 3 chain, my shell. I'm going to go directly into the next shell. No chain space on this row. Create my shell. Three chain. Create my shell. My double crochet for that 3 chain. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do my shell. Okay. 1, 2, 3. On this shell, I'm coming in with a single. 1, 2, 3. On the next shell, I'm coming in with a single. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to create my shell on the last one. Shell, 3 chain, single on the first shell, 3 chain, single on the second shell, 3 chain and normal shell, coming and doing my double crochet on the last double crochet. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to do my 3 chain, create my shell, I'm going to do 3 chain, 1, 2, 3. Come in directly in the last shell. Create your shell. My double crochet at the end. 1, 2, 3 going up, turn around, create my shell, I'm going to come directly into the next shell. And create my shell. My double crochet. So chain 3 going up, shell, go directly into the next one, do your double crochet, turn around. I'm going to do, it's 3 rows altogether, including with this one, the same way. So we're just going to repeat 2 more rows the same way. Chain 3, create your shell. Go directly into the next shell. So you have this row and another row the same way. So we'll have 3 rows exactly the same as we're doing now. Okay, create 1 more row. So we have 1, 2, we need 1 more the same way. 1, 2, 3 rows the same way. We're going to do the last row. Chain 3 and 3 double crochets only. Go directly into your next shell, 3 double crochets only, and your double crochet at the end. And you can cut your thread, tuck in your loose ends, and we're going to start with the hearts. Okay, so I'm coming in with my lavender. I know it looks all crumpled up, but once I block it, which I usually use laundry softener in a little bottle like this, I spray it, stretch it nice and flat, and I usually iron it to get things done quick, but you can leave it drying. And it smells nice and stays nice and firm. Okay, so you pattern your pineapples face that way. We are going to come in, so not the first shells here, but the second one, the second row of shells. We're not using this row here. We're going to use this row here like that. Okay, so slip stitch knot, and you can use whatever color you've used on your flower. Come in that first loop into the second and do a single. Try to hide my thread here as I go. I'm going to do 2 chain, that will equal, no, 3 chain, sorry, my double crochet. I'm going to come in the first chain, and I'm going to create 3 more double crochets. So I'll have a total of 4 double crochet. That's included with chain 3 I went up. So chain 3, 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do 5 incomplete double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Incomplete. You're supposed to have 6 loops on your hook. We're going to take out the first one alone. Actually, no, 2 together. 2, 2, 2, 2, and the last 2. So you have your first heart created. I am going, if you stretch it, you know, you can see it automatically where it goes. So I'm skipping one space. This one's busy, this one we've used. I'm skipping one loop, one hole here, one row, and I'm coming in the next one. When you stretch out your heart, you can't mess up because it falls right in the direction of that loop. So I'm coming in the center of that loop and I'm doing a single again. So it's just a repeat now all the way to the end. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming in the first chain and doing 3 more double crochet with my chain 3 that I went up, totals 4 double crochet. Okay, so that's my chain 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 5 all in the same space, incomplete double crochets. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're supposed to have 6 on your hook, 2, 4, and 6. Take out 2 loops at a time. Take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. So you have your second heart. So it's just a repeat now. So you skip one, this one's busy, you skip one, and you're coming in. If you put it like that, you can see it. So you're not going to go here, right? It's busy. You're going to go on the next one. And again, repeat. It falls right into place, the heart. You can't miss it. So we're going to repeat that. If you need to rewind, go ahead. We're going to repeat that until this one here. And then I'll show you how we're going to do the last one, okay? Or actually, we are going to do, it's going to fall onto here. But anyway, I'll meet you there, okay? There should be, let me just count my hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hearts, okay? Okay, you guys, so I'm on the other side. I've done my single, not on this first one here, but the second. Did my single, my 3 chain, and 3 more double crochet. 5 incomplete, and I just want to show you to make sure that you don't get it wrong, okay? So if you straighten out your heart, you can see it falls right into the next row. That means we're not closing it there. We're going to close it on the second one. That means we are skipping one row and closing it on the second. This one's used. That's where we hook the heart. Better make sure it's not too high so you guys can see. Skip a row. Okay, because this is used. Skip one, and we're hooking it on the second to the third place there, okay? So it falls right into it. So we're skipping this, and we're coming into the next one. If you put it properly, you'll see it. Okay, so here's that row. That means I am hooking into the next one. Okay, we have a hooked here. We don't hook it here. We hook it up top. I'll show you again. 1, 2, 3. Then I'll create my heart, and I'll show you again. So I've created my heart. You can see it's hooked there. So we're not hooking on here, we're hooking on the second one, okay? It falls right into it. So I'm not going to hook here. I'm hooking on the second. I think that's more explained this way. Single, 1, 2, 3, and we continue from there. So we're not hooking on here, we're hooking on the second one, okay? Okay, everyone, I'm on my last one, did my last heart, and now I'm going to hook it on the same chain as I did with the other one. slip stitch, and I'm just going to tuck in my 2 threads in the back and then come back to you. Okay, you guys, so I've decided to create this in the last minute. You don't have to, this is optional. You can do all the way around where you have the 3 chain. You can do singles, or you can just leave it as it is, or you can do 1 picot per I mean, there's so many ways to play with it, right? I wanted something creative and different, and I think this is creative and different. So I decided to come up with that. So I'll show you how I've done it. And this way, if you're interested to create it that way, at least you'll know. I still have my markers on here. Oh, goodness. It's very simple. It's just 3 picots, but everything is closed all in the same stitch, okay? So, coming in with my white. And I mean, it could have been done in lavender, it could have been done in green or purple. I just wanted plain white. I think it gives it more of nice classic high-end. So you have to start by the edge here on the side. Where we have that first double crochet that we went up, I'm going to do a single. And I'm going to do 3 chain. Try to hide this leftover thread. So I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll be back on that 3 chain once we do the first picot. And then 1, 2, 3. So 6 chain all together. Just trying to explain to you so you'll know. I'm coming back on that 3 chain that I mentioned. So 3 space back. Closing picot with a single. 1, 2, 3 chain again. I'm coming back into that same 3 chain stitch and closing it with single. 1, 2, 3. Coming back in again on the same stitch and closing it with single. So I have my 3 picots. 1, 2, 3 chain. I am skipping this double crochet here and coming into the next one. So we're always skipping 1. So it's always a repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back on 1, 2 on your 3rd chain. Okay. Single. 1, 2, 3 on the same chain. Single. 1, 2, 3. Single on the same chain. 1, 2, 3 chains. Give a space into the next one with a single. Okay, so on me to here at the end, so you'll know exactly what we're going to do. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I'm basically reaching the end. So you, obviously, if you're creating this, you're going to have your single there, make your picots. I've done my 3 chain. Of course, we always skip 1, so I'm coming in the center here of the middle of these 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and continue the same way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 chain into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. So obviously we're skipping the first one, like we're skipping always 1, and coming into the next one. And that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the 3rd one. 1, 2, 3 into the same one. 1, 2, 3, and again. Chain 3, skip 1 into the next one. Okay, so this pretty much does it for this tutorial. I'm going to complete it. I'm going to block it. I can think of the word. Oh my goodness, my brain is tired. And I will have it in display on my table so you can see what it looks like and all the measurements. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up if you enjoy the video, if you like it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And please share. Sharing is caring. I love you all. Much hugs to every single one of you. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that wished me a happy birthday yesterday. Thank you, which was May 1st. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.